Growing up with my cousin being the great Michael Strahan, I got one goal coming out of high school going into college, and that's to be the greatest pass rusher they've ever seen. I mean, ever since I started playing football, I've been looking at him for advice, and I use all the help I could possibly get from him to get to where I'm at right now. In high school, I ended up breaking all the pass rushing records, and now coming into college, I'm a 5-star recruit with offers all around the country. But I ain't gonna lie, out of all the offers I ended up getting, there was one that I've been waiting on, and it finally came in. You know, even though I'm from LA, grew up there, I decided to fly across the country to go ahead and play for my dream school, the Georgia Bulldogs. Now look, to be honest, it was an easy decision for me. This is a team that I loved watching since I was a kid, and also I like their jerseys. But not only that, I already know that there's only one goal of coming to this team, and that's to win a national championship, and that's what I'm trying to do. But I don't just want one, of course. I want to try to win one every single season I'm on this team. And with the amount of talent that we have, especially on this defense, we should be pretty good. But here against Clemson right now, yeah, they broke off a pretty big run. But look though, I already know that throughout the season, we finna cause damage on this defense, because the amount of talent we have is crazy. With me on one side, my boy Michael Williams on the other side, that pass rush is just disgusting. Especially when we out here sending blitzes like on 2nd and 6, that quarterback ain't see it coming. 2 people came to him, hit him, he fumbled, and we picked this ball up, putting the offense in a position to where they have no reason not to score. And in the first game of the season, we're up 24-3 against this number 9 Clemson team, and yeah, this game's over with. Quarterback throws a pick, but he ended up falling back into the end zone, ended up getting a safety. So far in this game, statistically, I haven't done too much, but here I finally pick up my first sack of my NCAA career. And not only that, just to add on to their turnovers, the quarterback throws another pick while I was in his face. And man, I'm so happy I ended up getting that sack. My stat line looked pretty good now because of it. Now, second game of the season, playing against South Carolina, and already we're creating turnovers. They completed a pass, but he ended up getting hit, he fumbled, and we got that ball on their side of the field already. And then on 1st and 10, running the ball to the right side, bro ended up getting hit. He fumbled, but they're lucky they ended up picking the ball up. On 3rd and 10, they had 2 lines of defense for me. After I got past his first OT, I had to go through that running back. I couldn't get there in time, but the quarterback threw a pick to the sideline. Seems like he was pressured. Right now, offense is kind of having a tough time putting the ball in the end zone. I mean, we're only up 6 points. We got 2 field goals after them 2 turnovers, and we're getting another one right here to prevent them from scoring a touchdown before half. Coming out of half, we end up scoring. We're up 13-0, and on 3rd and 1, they just cannot stop fumbling. They cannot hold on to the ball. Bro got hit up in the air, lifted, and the fumbling ball coming back down. We get that ball, and y'all know what time it is. To be honest, they just couldn't compete with us. Our defense, way too good. Now, I'm gonna be honest, one thing I didn't expect was for our offense to be pretty mid. We got some talent over there. Even Brock Bowers is still on this team. But so far, through these couple games, it's looking like we're gonna have to carry them with how good we are on defense. But to be honest, I don't mind that, because y'all know how I get down. They try to run the ball, and I end up tackling that running back through that blocker. I'm him. We played all this good defense just for on 3rd and 9. I miss a sack, completely missing that tackle, and he threw a dot off his back foot to the other side of the field. I don't know how he did it. I mean, yeah, they got lucky that time. But again, we're locking up 3rd and 9, and this time, they're not getting no Cinderella stuff. They get sacked. Trying to run the ball on 1st and 10, they're all the way backed up. No O-lineman even touched me. I ended up getting an easy tackle for loss. And then on 3rd and 13, I ended up getting my first safety of my career. Nobody blocked me once again. Now look, playing against North Texas, you would expect this to happen, but I don't know what this quarterback thought he saw in that pass right there. That's picked off. I got multiple tackles for loss, but I do not have a sack yet. Ran right past that O-lineman, ended up getting a strip sack this time. Man, what a game. I say I'm already starting off my college career pretty well. But look though, we've been playing some pretty mid teams so far, and now we're in a game that we've been waiting for since we saw the schedule of the season. Because we already know coming into this game against LSU, who is ranked number 11 right now, we're going to need to lock in. And that's what we was doing up until Jaden Daniels used his legs to go ahead and pick up the first down, ran right up the middle of that O-line. And just through this first quarter, I already know this is the most competitive game we done played this season. He threw this ball up, and our DB ended up getting dunked on. And that's a tud. But luckily, it looks like offense is locked in too. 2nd and 6, spun off that O-lineman. I wasn't able to get to Jaden, but he ended up getting sacked anyway. On 3rd and 9, I'm engaged with a blocker. I can't really get past him. So when he threw this little short pass, I decided to get off of the O-line and go ahead and make that tackle to prevent the first. They ended up getting the ball back. LSU was over here on our side of the field. With 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this first half, I ran past the O-lineman, hit Jaden Daniels, and the receiver dropped the ball. 3rd and 10, I tried to hit a little spin move on this O-lineman, but I took too long to get to the quarterback. He threw a dot corner route, picking up the first down. They're trying to run the ball on 1st and goal, but this was pretty obvious. As soon as that running back got that ball, ended up getting tackled. And now it's 3rd and goal. And right before Jaden would get hit, he threw this ball out of bounds. Coming into the end of the third quarter, we're up 20-10. 3rd and 5, they're trying to run the ball. And a block shed and getting him right before he can get past us. And now at this point, this game's about over with. We're up 27-10 in the 4th quarter, and Jaden ends up taking a sack. Now look, you can't tell me I ain't relentless. I end up getting pancaked, got up, and still end up getting a sack. Come on now. But that wasn't it. On the next drive, a minute left in the 4th quarter, I ended up getting another sack, and it was a strip sack. And not only that, my boy Warren Brinson ended up picking that ball up and taking that for 6. Coming out of this game with 6 tackles, 3 sacks, and 4 tackles for loss, like, it's getting crazy. Playing against ranked 22 Tennessee this game, and I ain't gonna lie, after beating LSU the way we did, we came in this game thinking it was gonna be real easy, but already off the rip, they running the ball, picking up a big game. After taking a sack, it's 2nd and 14. Trying to run a read option, I end up getting that boy behind the line. But then on 3rd and 18, for some reason, after Joe Milton threw this dot, the receiver could have picked up the first down. Instead, he kept running to the left. If he ran up, he would have had it. And so, they got 3. Offense didn't score. So, you know what? I'm going to have to do it myself. Coach dropped me back in the zone. Joe Milton tested me. I jumped the route. Give me that pick. And I'm taking this all the way for 6, too. After catching that pick 6, we're up 7-3 in the 2nd quarter. I bulldozed that tackle, and it looked like he just kicked me back down, but that boy Michael Williams got back there and picked up a sack. Bro really kicked me while he was on the ground. That's crazy. 2nd and 18, I ain't get blocked at all. I dove right at their feet right when he was handing the ball off, ended up getting a tackle for loss. Now it's 3rd and 22, and I almost ended up picking up the sack on Joe Milton, but instead, he threw this ball to a little check down. They ain't picked it first, but at least he ain't get hit, I guess. 3rd quarter, we're up 14-10, and honestly, this is too close for comfort. We need to lock in and create some turnovers. When playing against Tennessee, you can't forget that Joe Milton has wheels. 2nd and 14, he got out that pocket, ended up getting tackled. He tried to strip that, but he wasn't able to. I'm trying my hardest to try to get back there and force the 4th down, but he ran to the other side and another O-lineman picked me up. He picked up the 1st down. Got him the 3rd down finally. This is our chance to go ahead and make them have to punt the ball. And we did just that. They ran a screenplay, and luckily, one of us was there to pick up that tackle, forcing 4th down. Now it's the 4th quarter. They ain't got no timeouts. We're up 24-10. It's basically over. A minute left, and I'm picking up a sack. Coach wanted me to get out the game, but me, I wanted another one. Threw that O-lineman to the side and picked up another sack. Like, look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to at least break one record before this season's over with. Because especially if I want people to remember my name, that's something I gotta do. Look though, y'all. This weekend, face reveal on Twitch, link in the description. We're currently 5-0, ranked number 1, and we got Missouri right now. We gotta go crazy. And we're doing just that. 2nd quarter, we're up 14-0. 3rd and 10, quarterback just throws his ball straight to that DB. I end up getting pancaked, but what do that mean? Pick 6. We're up 28-0 in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback threw the ball up, easy pick. But bro dropped the church's money. But to be honest, there's no point in showing any more of that game. It was over from the start. But now we're playing against a neutral Vanderbilt team, and already they're driving down the field. Running back, plowing through our defense and picking up the 1st down. And then on 1st and goal, the QB ran out to the right side, scrambling, and he ended up picking up this touchdown. The Vanderbilt defense did their thing, but now it's our turn, and we did our thing too. But man, they stayed in the game for long enough. It's the 3rd quarter now, 3rd and 9, and they trying to find out things to do, they just can't. We're up 21-7 with 3 minutes left. If they don't pick up this 4th, it's game over, and I end up hitting him before he could throw the ball, so game's over. Had 3 tackles for loss, and a sack. Halfway through the season, I'm leading my team with 8 sacks. But not only that, I'm leading the NCAA in sacks too. You can't forget about that pick. After beating Vanderbilt, we're 7-0, but we dropped down to number 2. I'm guessing it's due to our strength of schedule, which I guess makes sense, but I guess we're gonna have to keep on winning, make sure we don't lose any games, and we'll still be good for the Natty. But this week, playing against Florida, it's another one of those games that we've been waiting for a while. And here on 3rd and 10, getting the sack, forcing the 4th. Up 7 in the 2nd quarter. Coach put me back in coverage on 3rd and 19. Bro caught the ball. I hit sticked him from the side, and that ball came right out. To get this ball, bro got it right before it went out of bounds. Unfortunately, offense wasn't able to pick up some points. 2nd half now, I got off that block to make this tackle. Then on 2nd and 10, somehow, I ended up getting through the line without getting touched. Got an easy sack. They tried to throw us off on 3rd and 19 with a running back screen, but me, I'm right there getting that tackle. 4th quarter now, they still haven't scored, but now they're on our side of the field. I chased this running back down right before he could pick up the 1st. Then on 3rd and 2, the quarterback tried to throw this corner route, but there was 2 people there, 2 defenders. He's lucky that ball was overthrown. And now, with no choice but to go for it here on 4th and 2, they decided to run the ball, and they ended up picking up the 1st down. We got them to 3rd down. I'm sitting here getting locked up. I mean, they were blocking like, this is the best blocking I've ever seen. The quarterback even broke that DT's tackle and threw a dot to pick up the 1st down. Crazy. On 2nd and goal, they tried to do a read option, and honestly, I tackled both of them at the same time. Crazy business. They got real bold. They tried to do it again, and of course, I'm getting that tackle. Last time they went for it on 4th, they got it. But here, we're in the red zone. We're not allowing that. I'm getting back there, getting that sack. Game over. And here, I'd say I probably had my craziest game. 10 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. And after playing a pretty tough game against Florida, we got to play against a very, very bad team, FCS East. And man, how you would expect this game to go, it went just like that. Straight sacks on sacks. And they can't move the ball at all on offense. And I mean, honestly, I could have sat for this whole game. I only ended up getting 1 sack, but still, like, yeah, it just wasn't fair at all to them. They even had wide open receivers dropping the ball. Like, yeah, it's over. Still ranked number 2 at 9-0, playing against 4-6 Auburn, starting this game off with a sack already. And then on 3rd and 12, I ended up getting double teamed. But still, them big boys gonna get down there and get that sack. Offense got locked up. They're running the ball to the opposite side of me, and I'm still making that tackle. They run the ball again, but this time, they made a big mistake. Ran the ball to my side, getting blocked, and I came right off that to make that tackle. One thing I hope that NFL teams use me more for is the coverage. I get used for coverage a little bit here, but I'm mainly a pass rusher here in Georgia. But to be honest with you, I played more of a hybrid type of linebacker in high school. But coming to this team, as I put on a lot of pounds, I end up being a right end, and here, picking up another sack. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, pass rushing is real fun, but I still do want to get in the coverage a little bit. But here on 3rd and 11, I'm diving at that quarterback as he's backpedaling, picking up another sack. Just through the first half, 5 tackles, 3 sacks, and 5 tackles for loss. I'm gonna say, I might be on pace for that single game sack record. And now with less than 1 minute left in the first half, on 2nd and 6, I pick up another sack, and it's a strip sack. So make that 4 sacks on the game before the second half. But who said I was done in this first half? 3rd and 11, getting off the edge and picking up another sack. That's 5 in the first. Coming into the second half, everybody in the locker room at halftime were hyping me up. They tell me I could do this. You know what? I'm gonna have to. I'm trying my hardest to get back there and pick up another sack on 1st and 10. Almost got there, but he threw that ball up and it was picked off. 4th quarter now, it's crunch time. I gotta get these sacks in. 1st and 10, juking out that O-lineman, picking up another sack. And then on 3rd and 5, throwing his tackle to the side and picking up another sack. And this was a sack that got me that record. The most sacks in a single game. I thought I had crazy games before, but this one, oh man. And now look, at this point, I'm going for more than just 1 record. I got the most sacks in a single game, and now I need the most in the season. And that means I'm gonna have to go crazy every game. Up 21-3 against Kentucky in the rain, and I'm picking up a sack. In the 4th quarter, still up 21-3 on 1st and 10. I almost had this sack, but he just barely got that ball out. And this game was straight domination, just as all our other games, and I ended up with 2 sacks. 12th game of the season, we're playing against Georgia Tech, and you know we cannot lose to these boys. 3rd and 14, I ended up juking out this tackle to get back there and try to sack the quarterback. He broke my sack, but Michael was there to clean up. This game is going just how we thought it would. We're up 20-0 in the second half, and I'm picking up my first sack of the game. And after he broke my sack earlier, I had to go ahead and pick up a second sack just to make up for that one. And so, for the last game of the regular season, 4 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. We may be undefeated, but there's 3 other teams that are also undefeated. And one of them is also in the SEC. So in this conference championship game, we gotta make sure we win to go on to the Natty. And now for the game that's been talked about all around the sports world, 12-0 Georgia versus 12-0 Arkansas. Number 3 versus number 2. And they might be ranked over us and have the same record, but we know that we definitely should come out this game with a dub. 3rd and 11, throwing that tackle to the side and picking up a sack. Arkansas's defense ended up getting a stop. They're on our 40 right now. 1st and 10, quarterback tried to scramble out to the right side, but I got there to get the sack. 2nd and 12, I saw a gap open up through the O-line. I tried to get through it, I wasn't able to, but the quarterback threw a pick. And this was the closest that they've been to scoring all game. But hey, their defense ain't here to play either. 1st and 10, they run a read option. I ended up getting pancaked. So KJ Jefferson was able to pick up a big gain off that run, putting them boys in scoring position. And now on 3rd and 1, another read option, and KJ Jefferson got in there to score their first touchdown of the game. 3rd quarter now, up 14-7. They're in scoring range. 1st and 10, I'm hitting the quarterback, but he got that ball out. Luckily, it was incomplete. If he's gonna do runs to my side, I gotta be there to make the tackle. Here, I missed it, but luckily, my teammates got my back. And then on 3rd and 9, with all the pressure on that boy KJ's shoulders, he threw a pick. My boy jumped that curl route and ended their drive like that. Offense wasn't able to score, so we gotta come out here and get another stop. They run the ball on 2nd and 1, and I'm getting that tackle for loss. They tried to double down on the run game. 3rd and 3, running the ball. I almost was out to play, but I just barely made that tackle. preventing the first down, 4th and inches. Through 3 quarters of football, I got 6 tackles, 2 sacks, and 4 tackles for loss. This is what you need out of your star players in big games like this. And that dominance is just carrying on into the 4th quarter. They're trying to run the ball, and I got there before he could even take off. But it's crazy though. We put in all this work on defense just on 3rd and 14, bro to throw a dot with me in his face. After that play, I got a little bit too over aggressive. They ran a little read option, and I dived, but I completely missed him. He picked up the first. This is a huge play. 1 minute and 40 seconds left, 3rd and 9, and he decides to take a check down. 4th and 6, they gotta go for it. And now, this is it. 4th and 6. If they don't get this, we win this game and we go to the natty. But bro, this dude KJ dropped back and threw a dot to the back of the end zone to tie up this game. But that didn't matter. All that momentum they just had just went away. We ended up getting a kick return to go ahead and take the lead. And then I ended up hitting that boy strip sack. That's tough. And so, with the crazy performance I had, we won the SEC Conference Championship. And look, as good as this feels, I ain't done and we ain't done. We need that natty. But now, before we get into that, you know what I'm saying, I won, you know what I'm saying, a couple of awards, you know what I'm saying, went crazy. It's time for the natty now. And in the natty, it's #1 Georgia, 13-0, versus #2 USC, also 13-0. And now look, this is Caleb Williams' last game in college. We gotta make sure he goes to the NFL off a L. We're up 3 points now, and on 1st and 10, they try to run the ball to my side. I'm block shedding and getting that tackle for loss. Then on 3rd and 6, I thought I had a clear lane to get to Caleb, but his tackle just barely got me right before then, and he ended up picking up the first. This time, I didn't get blocked at all. Got right past him, ended up hitting Caleb as he threw the ball out of bounds. I need y'all to understand, I got one job in this game. Make sure that boy Caleb feels me every single play. 3rd and 11, almost got the sack, but he got that ball out just in time. Almost a minute left in the first half, 10-3, and I'm finally getting my first sack. Man, when I tell y'all, the pressure that we got on this boy Caleb is crazy. Almost every single play, we in his face. He can't throw nothing deep. Everything gotta be short. Now, they're trying to get a little creative with a speed option, but I'm getting there, getting the tackle for loss. Now, this is probably the smartest thing they could have done. 3rd and 14 running the screen. I still make sure Caleb felt me, and they ain't gain no yards off that anyway. On 1st and 10, I thought I had this sack, but instead, I guess it was a QB draw, but still, I ended up getting a tackle for loss. It's 3rd and 7. This is about to close they done been to scoring all game. They only got 3 points right now, and they gonna have to kick for 3 more. And well, that's what I thought. They're going for here on 4th and 3. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. I'm hitting Caleb as he's throwing the ball. Great defense from that DB, forcing incompletion. But look though, if you thought it was over, it ain't. All the stops we done got don't mean nothing. We're still only up 7 points right now. 1.5 minutes left in this game. On 3rd and 11, I'm getting there, almost sacking him, but he got that ball out, and it's incomplete. 4th and 11. They don't get this, their season is over. Almost got to Caleb, I missed the tackle completely. It was a screen pass, and we were all over that. Turnover on down. But look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm so close to the most sacks in a single season. I don't know exactly where I'm at right now, but I know I'm close. So I asked coach to keep me in the game so I can go ahead and try to get another sack. And I did just that. And there we go. We worked hard all season to get to this moment right here, and we win the national championship. And man, what a season. 28 sacks, 57 tackles for loss, 83 tackles and a pick. That went for 6. And just to top it off with a natty, what a season. Not only that, I hold multiple NCAA records in my freshman season. The most sacks in the game and the most sacks in the season. Not only that, just to show off how cold our team was this season, look at all the Georgia players in the all NCAA first team. Now this is ridiculous. Now look, after my crazy freshman season, where we ended up winning the national championship, a lot of people was thinking that I was gonna end up transferring just because a lot of my teammates ended up going to the NFL draft. But me, I got something else in mind. What I'm trying to do here in Georgia is win the national championship all 3 years that I'm here and be the best pass rusher in the nation every single year that I'm here as well. And look, even though a lot of my teammates went to the NFL draft, and a couple of them went to the transfer portal, we still made a couple good recruits, and our defense is still as good as it was last year. So me, I ain't tripping on none of that stuff. Our defense is still cold, and we're playing against number 4 Clemson, and our defense, the way it's looking right now, they can't even move the ball up the field. Now, one thing I wish Georgia used me more as is as a versatile player. Like in high school, I played linebacker. I was a pass rusher and a coverage. As here on 2nd and 1, this quarterback didn't believe that I'd be able to pick that ball off. He tried to throw it into my zone like, give me that. Like, I know right now Georgia not really using me to my fullest potential, but I'm hoping that when I get to the NFL, whatever team I go to decides to use me in both ways, the pass rusher and the pass coverage, because I can do both. On 1st and 10, I ended up getting past this OT, and I ain't gonna lie, it's a little embarrassing. He broke my sack, but he ended up throwing a pick to the sideline, and now offense has under a minute to get some more points. And they did. We're completely dominating in this game offensively and defensively as I pick up a sack with under 20 seconds left in the first half. Now all game, their offense hasn't been able to move the ball up the field at all, but here, they're finally being able to move. I end up missing this tackle completely on 2nd and 4, and they're picking up the 19-yard reception, getting the first down. They haven't been doing too much running in this game, but they finally decided to do it here on 2nd and 3, and they picked up the first down, almost getting to the touchdown. And now at the 2-yard line on 1st and goal, they finally scored a touchdown, a wide open slant to get their first points of the game. Well, after they scored, their defense went out there and got a stop. So now if they score again, they probably gonna have the momentum. So we gotta lock in and make sure they don't score to gain the momentum. And we end up ending their drive here on 3rd and 1, where they try to run the ball. And almost immediately, that running back got tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a negative 4-yard rush. And now they gotta punt it. And now after our offense got 3, and I'm coming in for another sack on 1st and 10, it's not looking too good for them at all. Only about 3 minutes left in this game, and the way our defense been playing, they're probably not gonna score this drive either. I mean, they're especially not gonna be scoring if on 3rd and 9, they decide to take check downs. Like, you gotta take a shot down the field if you wanna at least have a chance at winning in this game. That's just weak. Tackle behind the line, and it's 4th down. And it's just sad. This game ends on them doing a slant. Like, what are y'all doing? Terrible play calling, game over. And in the first game of my 2nd season, 6 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, and a pick. What a crazy stat line. 2nd game of the season, playing against South Florida, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna get bad for them, because we're coming to dominate again. They know how dominant our pass rush can get, so they're trying to run like crazy little plays, screen plays to try to get past our defense, but still our DBs and linebackers come down to make plays right before they're able to get the first down. They actually end up stopping our offense and getting to our side of the field on 1st and 10, getting past his old lineman and tackling a running back right when he got that ball. Then on 3rd and 14, as soon as I got past his old lineman and got a hit on the quarterback, he threw the ball. He didn't get a first down, but he did get in the field goal range. Well, at least to make the field goal easier. Somehow, they ended up missing the field goal. Our offense went down the field, scored a touchdown. And on 1st and 10, they're throwing the ball down the field, getting a big play. Normally, we don't allow stuff like this. I don't know what happened to that DB, but that's tough. And well, they're over here again. Last time, they missed the field goal. We're gonna see what happens this time. They're starting off with a short pass, losing 5 yards. And then on the next play, 2nd and 15, they try to run the ball, a little HB draw or whatever this is, and I'm getting back there getting a tackle as soon as he got the ball. Once again, they're trying to throw us off again, running back screen play, but again, this play is not gonna work. Our D-line might be big, but still, we're able to get out there and make tackles when we need to. That time, they actually ended up making a field goal, and we did too, making it 10-3 with about a minute left in the first half. On 2nd down, this quarterback made a big mistake. He tried to scramble out to my side. I got off that old line as soon as he did that and got that sack. On 3rd and 20, they ran a read option. I thought I was going to be able to tackle both of them, but I was only able to get the running back down. Luckily, my teammate was there to tackle the quarterback too. In the second half, now 16-3 as we scored a touchdown, but we ended up missing the extra point. 2nd and 12, they're trying to run the ball to the outside, got tackled for -2 yards. Then on 3rd and 15, they decided to go 5 out, and I could tell it wouldn't go good for this quarterback. As soon as we got off that line, he got nervous and threw the ball right to us. Pick, and we on their side of the field already. And well, we only got 3 points, which is kind of makes sense that we lost a couple players on offense to the transfer portal in the NFL, and we didn't really gain too many either. So we're gonna have to carry this year again, maybe even more than we did last year. But hey, if we got to be one of the greatest defenses college football has ever seen, then we just gonna have to come out here and do that. And this game going pretty much how it should have gone, up 26-3. Though I feel like we probably should have had a little bit more points. It's all cool. We locking up. That's GG's. And I ain't half as good as the game I did last time, but still a sack, 4 tackles for loss and 5 tackles. Pretty good game. 2-0 Georgia, ranked number 1 versus unranked South Carolina, who's 0-2. So, I mean, obviously, we shouldn't lose in this game. Matter of fact, we shouldn't lose a single game this season, how good our defense is. We ended up taking 3 points on our last drive. On 2nd and 10, they tried to run the ball, but they ran the ball to my side, trying to get past this old lineman, but I can't. Luckily, my teammates came in to make the tackle for me. I have no idea what happened to me on this play. 3rd and 10, I feel like I was right there. I dived at him and went right past him, slid right past the running back. I ain't gonna lie, on 3rd and 7, they had a pretty good play drawn up. But how they messed this up and didn't get the first down, I have no idea. We up 17-0 now, about a minute left in the first half. On 2nd and 10, the quarterback tries to scramble and immediately gets caught right before he's able to get gone. Almost about 30 seconds left in the first half. On 3rd and 10, the quarterback throws a dot to the sideline on the right side for a toe drag first down. Then on 2nd and 10, the quarterback went for a long shot, and right before I was able to get to him, the running back got a great block on me. And I ain't gonna lie, there was 2 defenders there. Somebody should have picked that ball up. In an attempt to try to get this first down and continue that drive, QB threw the ball to the receiver who was standing at that first down, but there was a defender right next to him who made a great play on the ball, deflecting it. And so in the second half, they're still scoreless, trying to run the ball to my side on 2nd and 14. I'm getting back there getting a tackle for loss. Some odd reason they decided to run the ball on 3rd and 15 like we wasn't finna get that. Somebody was gonna make the tackle. No idea what's going on with our offense, but they end up turning the ball over, and South Carolina is now on our side of the field in good position to try to get some points. They just got a problem with running the ball on 3rd down. Now look, there's still 3 minutes left in this game, and on 4th down, they picked up the first down, keeping them in the game because as long as they can score here, the chances are real low, but there might be a chance they can get into this game. And on 1st and goal, they were able to score off a drag route, scoring this touchdown, but after picking up a couple first downs running the ball, they used all their timeouts and the game was over. And now this week, it looked like we might have some comp. We got ranked 14 Arkansas, who was 2-1, but in their first drive already, they're already throwing a pick. I mean, they started off pretty good, getting down the field, but at the end of the day, they couldn't get the job done in this first drive. We scored a touchdown off that turnover. 1st and 10, they decided to run the ball up the middle, and this time they ended up picking up the first down and more. But that'll be the last big play they'll pick up, because we got them to 3rd and 10, and they took this little check down and didn't pick up the first down. They got 3 and got a stop on our offense. And now we got them to 3rd and 2, and I'm making this tackle right before he was able to get the first down, 4th and inches. What a tackle. Now our mediocre offense is definitely going to show a lot in this game as we end up getting stopped again, and now they got the ball on the outside of the field on 1st and goal, trying to take the lead. And then on 1st and goal, they ran a read option, the perfect play for our aggressive defense, getting a touchdown to take the lead. Luckily though, offense was able to get down the field and take the lead right back right before the first half, and with a second left, I got a sack just ending their drive, and also just to get a sack. Second half now, we're still up 14-10, and on 2nd and 9, they trying to run the ball, and we stuffing that. And then on 3rd and 9, they decided to take a slant, and he got tackled as soon as he got the ball, so it's now 4th down, and they got to punt the ball. And again, the problem with our offense being mediocre, we still got 14 points now, and Arkansas has a chance to take the lead. The running back took a hit. He fumbled, but they picked the ball up. I'm out here in coverage on 3rd and 3, and when we thought they was going to do a passing play on 3rd down, they decided to do a running play to the outside and immediately got tackled. I guess since they down 4 points, they decided they need to go for it on 4th down, but that just wasn't smart. I got back there getting the sack, forcing the turnover on down. Finally, we scored again. We're up 21-10 with less than 2 minutes left in this game, and that quarterback just threw a dot, picking up the first down. On 3rd and 6, the quarterback tried to hike the ball and throw the ball quickly, as quick as he could, but his receiver wasn't ready for it. He dropped the ball. Tough. And again, they decided to go for it on 4th and 6 because they ain't really have no choice but to. They secured the catch, but they did not secure that first down. Game over. And here went crazy. 7 tackles, 3 for loss, and 3 sacks. And so now we're still undefeated coming into our 5th game of the season against Missouri. They tried to start the game off, getting that run game going so that our pass rush wouldn't be that effective. But we didn't allow their run game to do anything, so now we got to the 3rd and 10, and we're getting back there off a blitz for a sack. 7-0 now, and on 2nd and 8, they decided to run the ball up the middle and actually end up gaining yards. They didn't pick up the first down, but they did gain the yards, inches short of the first. And on 3rd and inches, when we thought they was going to run the ball up the middle, which is probably what they should have done, instead, they ran a play action. And the quarterback tried to use his legs to pick up the first down, but instead, he ended up taking a sack. Because of that, we scored another touchdown, getting us a 14-0 lead. And on 2nd and 12, they're trying to run the ball. They cannot get their run game going at all because that pass game not working, and we all over their run too. On 3rd and 15, we got them where we want them. And when we thought that quarterback was going to get scared, get nervous, and throw a terrible pass, he ended up throwing a dot for a first down, 27-yard reception. And then on the next play, 1st and 10, play action, rolling out to the left side, throwing it with his right. He almost threw a pick, but Malachi Starks, you got to be able to pick that ball off. It went right in your hands. But that wouldn't be the only pick that we drop in this game. On 3rd and 10, the quarterback tried to throw the ball down the field. He got his receiver, but bro dropped the ball. And before the ball hit the floor, we had an opportunity to catch the pick, but dropped it. 4th and 10 now, and they're not in field goal range. So they decided they need to go for it on 4th down. They took a short pass, 7-yard reception, turnover on downs, not enough for the first. And to be honest, I haven't been doing too much in this game other than just my presence alone. On 1st and 10, I get to the quarterback finally, and I hit him, but he threw the ball when I hit him, so I didn't get the sack. Now with only about 15 seconds left in the first half, they're trying to run the ball on 3rd down. And we're getting that stop, calling a timeout too. Still 21-0 here in the second half, and they're on our side of the field on 2nd and 2. The quarterback finds his receiver open on the slant, picking up the first down, getting into the red zone, about 5 yards other touchdown. They're trying to run the ball up the middle on 2nd and goal, but I'm coming off the edge to make sure he don't get that touchdown. Then on 3rd and goal, I put this old lineman on his back. But right before I can get my sack, the quarterback threw a dot to the sideline, getting their first points of the game. And luckily, our offense went down the field too and scored a touchdown so that momentum don't shift at all. I'm getting a tackle for loss. After taking another loss, it's 3rd and 13, and the quarterback's trying to scramble out to the right side, but we are all on him. As soon as he tried to scramble, them boys shedded and got the hit. Y'all don't understand how hungry I am to get another sack. On 1st and 10, getting past this old lineman, and he threw the ball right before I was able to get this sack. Again, and at this point it's getting annoying. Put that old lineman on his back, hit the quarterback again, and he threw the ball once again. Remember what I was talking about, drop picks? Well, that happens here again. On 3rd and 10, he threw the ball to the sideline, went right to us, and he just dropped it. That's fine, because on 4th and 10, I was finally able to get my sack. Nobody blocked me at all. I got back there getting a big hit on that quarterback. And now, I can sleep good tonight, as that was my only sack of the game. At this point, defensively, we are on a roll, and right now, Tennessee, they're just getting kind of crossfire. Like, I don't know what it was, but when I got up this morning, I was feeling different. Because coming off a game with only 1 sack, I need to have multiple sacks in this game, and I'm starting off with getting this big sack, making it 3rd and 22. Then on 3rd and 22, they run a screen play. I end up tripping over somebody's foot, and I still got up and helped make the tackle. We up 7-0 now on 1st and 10. When I looked at this OT's eyes, he was shivering, ran right past that boy, hit the quarterback, and he threw a dot right to the defense. And what really should have been a pick 6 was stopped by an old lineman. And of course, offense had to score. They were way too close to not score. Less than 20 seconds left in the first half. I'm getting a sack, and not only a normal sack, it was a strip sack, putting us on their side of the field because we picked that ball up. And not only that, I just broke the school record for the most sacks in a career. 37 in my 2nd year, and we're not even done. We ain't even got through halfway of the season yet. This dominant performance that we putting on Tennessee right now is going to be something that they remember forever. 3rd and 8, ain't nothing happening. I know after this game, losing 38-7, Tennessee is definitely falling out the rankings. They were 3-2, and now they 3-3. That's tough for them. And they just had to catch me on one of them games. 8 tackles, 5 for loss, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. Like, ooh wee. Now coming into the 7th game of the season, we're looking to continue our streak against South Alabama. And I mean, yeah, we should dominate these guys probably worse than we did Tennessee. It's 3rd and 13. They're running the screenplay, but the quarterback, he took way too long to try to throw this thing. I ended up diving at his feet right before he could throw the ball, getting my first sack of the game. They tried to do a running play on 2nd and 10. He ran the ball to my side, but as soon as he saw me come off that block, he tried to run away. You're not running from me. I secured that tackle. What surprised me is the fact that this quarterback was able to throw a dot on this 3rd and 8 with a defender right in his face. He was finna get hit, but he threw a dot to the sideline, picking up the big gain of 33 yards. On 2nd and 9, they're running the ball, but they came to my side. I shaded to the outside, getting a tackle for loss. Then on 3rd and 14, the quarterback threw a dot, but this dot was not enough to pick up the first down. He fell 2 yards short of it. They tried to kick a field goal and they ended up missing, and we scored a touchdown with our drive that we had. Up 14-0, they're trying to get the run game going. I'm stopping that immediately. It looks like we bringing on bad things from last game. On 3rd and 5, I was about to get to the quarterback. He threw the ball under pressure and almost threw a pick. Multiple of us had a chance to catch that pick and nobody came down with it. It's crazy how almost every single play, one person at least is going to get off that line. And that quarterback definitely felt that pressure. He tried to scramble out, but he scrambled to my side and I immediately shed it and got that sack. After picking up a couple yards, it's now 3rd and 11. And in an attempt to pick up 11 yards for the first down, they took a check down. I guess they just trying to be safe, not throw no picks, but I mean, I guess that's not going to get them the first down. It's 4th and 4, and they got to punt the ball. They should end up getting the ball back in hopes that they can score a touchdown before halftime. But this quarterback threw a pick, a terrible pass that went right to David Daniel for the pick, putting us on this side of the field already. And so, like I said at the beginning of the game, I mean, this is not fair. Playing against South Alabama on the road that we on is bad business, man. We're just on a mission right now. This game, I had 7 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. And we done been through a couple of easy schools, but soon, we're gonna have to play against the harder schools and make sure we dominate, as we always do. Now this week, we're playing against 1-5 Vanderbilt. And obviously, being the #1 ranked team in the nation, playing against a team like this that only has 1 win out of 6 games, it should be going this way. This drive right here is the closest they've been to the red zone in this game. And here on 3rd and 4, they decided to do a wide receiver screen. I ended up hitting the quarterback. He got the ball to the receiver, but he couldn't pick up the first down, so they're gonna have to settle for the field goal. They got that field goal and we scored a touchdown, but they got 16 seconds left to try to put some more points up on the board, and they ended up picking up this first down, putting them in field goal range. They made that field goal too, making it 17-6 coming into the 3rd quarter as they end up getting the ball first. They run a play action on 2nd and 4, and I ended up getting back there while he was rolling out, picking up the sack. Then on 3rd and 10, they need 10 yards to pick up a first down. Instead, they only pick up 6 yards off an out route. Vanderbilt ended up getting a stop. They're back here in the red zone about And on 1st and 10, their quarterback tried to tuck and run, but he ended up losing 2 yards. Now, I'm gonna be honest, in this drive right here, they've been doing a pretty good job of trying to block me. They put a running back right behind the O-lineman so that I can't get to the quarterback. So on 3rd and 7, I tried to run around to the left side and maybe get the sack, but my teammates, them boys came through and ended up picking up that sack. That O-line cannot hold any of us. This game is just about over, and it really could have just been ended right here if my teammate could have just picked this ball off. I don't know what's going on with us and dropping picks this season, but we need to stop it. And now on 4th and 10, they made a big mistake. The running back was not behind that O-lineman, got past him easily, hit the quarterback while he was throwing the ball though, so that did not come to the sack, unfortunately. But 6 tackles, 5 tackles for loss and a sack, it's not a bad stat line. I want more though. Now this week, playing against Florida, who's 6-2, and surprisingly, they're not ranked right now. And I don't know how, but just feels kind of weird seeing that. But still, we know that this is Florida, a team that could definitely beat us if we let our guard down. So we still got to come out here and play with all we got. So far in the first quarter, it's just been much of a defensive game. And on 2nd and 13, they're trying to get their run game going. And I'm getting back there, picking up the tackle for loss. Now, I don't understand why they did this. I guess they're scared of getting sacked for even more yards. But on 3rd and 17, they ran the ball, and I got back there easily, picking up another tackle for loss. And so finally, we scored a touchdown. Less than 2 minutes left here in the first half on 3rd and 5, throwing a slant and not picking up that first down, 1 yard short. I gotta be honest, one of the most annoying things as a pass rusher is when I get past the O-line and the quarterback just throws the ball out of bounds. Like, that could have been my sack. Or like on screen plays, because I thought I had this sack here, but he threw that ball quickly to the receiver, and they ain't even pick up no yards. I mean, right now, both offenses are playing pretty mid. It's the 3rd quarter now, and we finally have 14 points. Through all the stops that we done got, I'm surprised we don't got more points than this. 2nd and 11, I ran right past his O-lineman, hit the quarterback, but he got that ball out in perfect time and picked up an 8-yard reception, making it 3rd and 3. They ended up doing something a little bit different here on 3rd and 3. They ran a read option, and I was right there to get that tackle on the quarterback when he kept it, but he just broke my tackle and kept going for the first down. Now, me knowing that this drive is continued because of me not making that tackle on 2nd and 10, I had to go ahead and pick up the sack so that they could lose a couple yards. Whenever a quarterback can throw a dot while I'm hitting him, I just gotta give him respect. On 3rd and 15, I'm right in his face hitting him, and he was still able to get the ball to the receiver who picked up the first down. But we got them back to 3rd down, and this time we cannot allow them to get another 3rd down conversion. They ran a running back screen play, and luckily, one of our DBs came in and knocked the guy out of bounds. They felt as they had no choice but to go for it here on 4th and 4, and they didn't even go for the first down. He threw the flat. That was just dumb. And honestly, it's not even surprising that they still have a chance to get back in this game, but we got to make sure that they don't get an opportunity to do that. But here on 3rd and 17, they ran a terrible play call here, and the quarterback went all the way back to the end zone and ended up getting sacked for the safety. But he ended up fumbling, and we picked the ball up, scoring a touchdown. I guess that's why they wasn't ranked. Maybe they'll do better next year. And now this week, we get to play against a ranked team. Ranked 19 Auburn, 6-2, and they done already found their way down the field. On 3rd and 5, this quarterback got that ball out in a perfect time, because I was finna knock his head off his shoulders, but he's lucky he got that ball out. Got them boys a 3rd and inches though, and I ended up getting right past his O-lineman while they ran a receiver screen play, hitting the quarterback, and he threw that ball to his O-line's back, incomplete. They got 3 and then got a stop. And on 3rd and 4, I put this O-lineman on the ground, but when I thought I had the sack, that quarterback made a nasty move to evade us, and then he threw a pick. So hey man, he you know what I'm saying, he evaded from my sack, but that resulted in a pick, so it is what it is. Somehow offense did not score, but on 2nd and 13, the quarterback would give us another chance to get some more points, throwing another pick. But off of that pick, we only got 3 points, making it a tie game with about 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the first half. They ran a running back screen play and did not pick up the first down, so we got a chance to get some points before half. Now finally we had some points on the board, up 10-3 now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 14, they try to run the ball to my side, and I'm getting there making that tackle for loss. It's 3rd and 17, and the quarterback, he's desperate, so he decided to throw this ball deep down the field to his wide receiver on the left side. And lucky for us, he couldn't catch that ball. He just dropped it. Now offense is finally starting to catch a rhythm, finally starting to heat up, and on 3rd and 13, he will throw a little check down, and that's incomplete. And at this point, we're really starting to pull away from this game. It's 24-3, and I'm picking up this sack. Yeah, that momentum at their crib, it's all live. Tough game for Auburn. I came out this game with 5 tackles, 3 for loss, and a sack. And now after dominating a pretty decent team, we got 1-9 Kentucky. There's no way this ends well. Scoreless in the first quarter, but the start of the second quarter on 3rd and 10, I'm getting past a double team and forcing him to throw a pick before he was finna get hit. Our defense has been on point as it always is. It's the second half. Now we're up 10-0 and they're running the ball. They're on the outside of the field now. They pick up a pretty good run here, 1 yard short of the first. They're trying to run the ball on 2nd and 1 to pick up this first down, but I'm getting back there tackling that boy for loss. Now on 3rd down, this Kentucky quarterback stayed calm in the pocket while I was almost finna get to him. He threw a dot to pick up the first down. We got them boys a 3rd and goal, and that quarterback was too scared to try to score a touchdown here and, maybe throw a pick. So instead, he threw the ball to the back of the end zone or out of bounds so they could settle for a field goal. We responded to their field goal with a touchdown. We up 17-3, and that quarterback tried to run out to the right side. He immediately got caught. On 3rd and 7, they left this OT on the island with me. I ended up getting past them easily and almost got to the quarterback, but he decided to take a little check down that did not pick up the 1st down. We didn't score off that drive, but it's the 4th quarter now with about 3 minutes left, and if they do not score on this drive right here, this game is about over. They definitely lost mentally if they're deciding to do stuff like this on 3rd and 15. They decided to run the ball. The running back is tired and everything. He got tackled for loss. Now it's 4th and 19. And they did all that just for on 4th and 19. The quarterback couldn't even get the ball out of his hands before he got sacked. Turnover on downs, game over. Now, I'll be honest, I feel like we should have did that 1-9 team a lot worse than we did them, but at the same time, statistically, I ain't do what I was supposed to do. We got Georgia Tech this week, and even though this is an unranked team, they end up getting some transfers defensively. That's definitely going to show in this game. And as for our defense, we're doing pretty good right now until this play on 2nd and 17 when we allowed their running back to pick up the 1st down. But then, making up for it, ending their drive on 2nd and 9, they ran a play action, throwing the ball to the right side, right to a defender, a great pick to end off their drive. But their defense ended up getting a stop, and on 2nd and 5, we allowed them to get back into our territory off this run. I'll be honest, the only thing that's even getting them yards right now is running the ball. So we got to make sure that we get back there and make the tackles for losses I do here, making them lose a yard. They end up running the ball on back-to-back plays, and we got the tackle for loss once again. Like I said, running the ball so far has been the only way that they was able to gain yards. On 3rd and 14, they ran a play action. The quarterback couldn't find no one to throw the ball to, so he gave it to the running back, and he got lit up. And so we finally scored a touchdown. 2nd and 9, they trying to run the ball, and he is not going nowhere. He only gained 2 yards. I'm gonna be honest, the way that they O-line was protecting on this play, and the quarterback, he did a pretty good job of staying behind them so that I couldn't get to him, and he picked up the 1st down. But all that just for on the next play on 1st and 10, the quarterback throw a dot to the defense once again. And with just about a minute left in the 1st half, we got enough time to go ahead and get some more points before the 2nd half. And well, we still have 7 points in the 2nd half now, and Georgia Tech is trying their hardest to get their run game back, but that is just not working for them no more. And since their run game not working, their pass game is even worse. 3rd and 9, quarterback can't throw the ball to nobody, he gets sacked. And finally, we score another touchdown up 14-0, and that momentum and that defense, that pass rush, that blitz is just getting amazing. After trying to run the ball on 2nd down and they went nowhere, it's 3rd and 17, and he almost threw this dot to the sideline, but we are lucky that he was out of bounds before he caught it. Offense ended up throwing a turnover, and now they're on our side of the field on 2nd and 10 trying to run the ball. That run stuff still not working. On 3rd and 14, I thought I had the clear lane to go ahead and get that sack, but this OT just barely got me before I was able to get there, and the quarterback decided to take a check down out route, get a couple yards. Now they got no choice but to go for it on 4th down, and he decided to take the slant, and he has too many people around him. He was not able to pick up the 1st down, and that's game over. And for the 2nd game in a row, I had no sacks. That's crazy. But all I can do is keep my head up because we're still winning games even without me getting sacks. And now win the conference championship playing against number 18 Texas A&M. And already, they seeing what our defense is on 3rd and 8. I get to the quarterback, make him feel me, and he threw an incomplete pass. Great defense. The offense is being mediocre, which isn't anything that we're not used to. You know what I'm saying? We done went through last year and did our thing, and we're going to do the same thing again this year. 2nd and 14, an obvious run situation. It was just all about who was going to run the ball, and I chose the right person to go after, getting that running back -1 yard. After going through 2 straight games with no sacks, I'm as hungry as I could possibly be to go ahead and get a sack. I'm getting past this old lineman easily, and finally securing a sack. So far throughout the 1st quarter, this game's going kind of how I expected. Another defensive game. They got good defense, we got good defense. I ended up getting double teamed on 3rd and 4, but I still ended up getting free. It just took me a little bit too long to get to him. He was able to pick up the 1st down off that curl route. I'm on at this game though. They're on the outside of the field now, in our territory on 1st and 10. This quarterback drops back in the pocket and delivers a dot straight to our defense. And well, there goes their drive. Still a 7-point game coming into the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3, they're running a read option, and he handed the ball off to the running back, and I'm getting there to trip him up a little bit, getting my boy a tackle for loss. On 3rd and 5, I put this offensive tackle on his back, but that quarterback is so lucky that the running back was there to protect him. But still, due to the blitz that we sent, somebody was able to tip the ball, to prevent the first. And after getting that stop, luckily offense was able to go ahead and get a field goal, making it even harder for Texas A&M to stay in this game. But so far, the way they done put this drive right here together, it's been their best drive of the game. On 3rd and 6, they pick up the first down off an end route. And the drive was going pretty well up until on 2nd and 9, they decided to run the ball up the middle. And I got there right before he was able to even get past the O-line. But this quarterback did not want to settle for the field goal at all. On 3rd and 10, a play action, I ran right past him somehow, and he delivered a dot to pick up the first down. And then to end off their drive, on 1st and goal, he delivered another dot to score a touchdown, making it a 1-score game once again. We only ended up getting 3 points on offense, so now they have a minute and 40 seconds left to go ahead and get a touchdown. If they score a touchdown and kick that field goal, we lose the game. But this is what the quarterback decides to do. And it's just crazy to me because that was with the conference championship on the line, and they lose just like that. Well, at least that's what we thought when we was coming off the field, but offense gave them another chance to go ahead and score, but I'm not letting that happen. I'm picking up this sack. They got no timeouts. They got to hurry up. 3rd and 18. The quarterback, he threw a dot, but he didn't pick up enough yards to get the first down. It's 4th and 4. And now on 4th and 4, with the game on the line, getting right past that old lineman, picking up the sack to end the game. And after going through 2 games straight with no sacks, I had a crazy game, 10 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 4 sacks. And now in my sophomore season, winning the conference championship 2 years in a row, we got one more goal to go ahead and get done with before the season's over with. The Natty for the 2nd year in a row. And yeah, all these little individual awards, they're pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Good for my resume, good for building me as being the greatest pass rusher of all time when it's all said and done in college football. But I won another national championship. That's all I'm focused on right now. And in the national championship, we're playing against another 10-2 team, who are the number 2 team in the nation, Kansas State. And off the rip, you could tell they're not scared of our defense at all. They showing us what they own already, throwing this deep ball down the field, 2 people there in the vicinity, and he still caught that ball for the tug. What in the world? We definitely gonna have to lock in this game. But the offense threw a turnover, and now we're back on defense on our side of the field. The momentum is not looking good for us at all at the moment. We just gotta try our best as a defense to prevent them from scoring a touchdown. We gotta make them settle for 3 or create a turnover. On 3rd and 9, I feel like this might have been the turnover opportunity. That quarterback threw the ball right to Malachi Starks, but he just dropped the ball. We need that pick. And now, here we go. This is probably the worst position we've been in all season. We're down 10 points and they have the ball on our side of the field. And then on 3rd and 5, I'm not gonna lie, this could have been a dot if the quarterback didn't get hit while he was throwing this ball. Luckily, he did get hit and it was incomplete. But man, oh man, how bad is our offense playing right now? I couldn't even tell you. We're down 13-0 in the 2nd quarter right now, playing as much defense as we possibly can, but it's not looking like it's doing much. We got them all the way backed up. 3rd and 15, and they ran a running back screen play that didn't go anywhere. This would be the perfect time for offense to finally put some points on the board. And they did just that. We got a minute and 20 seconds left to try to get a stop before halftime so we can get some more points before half. And I'm laying this quarterback out in hopes for a fumble, but he ain't let that ball go. On 2nd and 7, he decided to go ahead and run the ball immediately, getting to the right side, picking up a couple yards, but getting stopped at the line of scrimmage. Personally, I don't understand this play right here. They decided to run the ball on 3rd and 7, and I got back there with my boy making the tackle. And now finally, in the 3rd quarter, we have taken the lead. And to be honest, with the defense we've been playing all game, we should be up by a lot more than this. But it's cool though, because we could feel in the stadium the whole momentum just changing over to our side. That pressure getting to the quarterback, and it's an inaccurate pass going to the running back. We scored another touchdown, and at this point, their offense feels like they can't do anything. A play action, he's immediately taking a hit while he's trying to throw the ball. But then on 3rd and 4, he scrambled out to the right side, and finally, he was able to connect with a receiver to pick up the first down, able to continue their drive now. Just from the formation they was in on 2nd down, I knew it was going to be a run. I just had to get there and make this tackle. Man, when I tell you the difference between the energy that we had in the 1st quarter up to now, oh man, it's crazy. Because when them sacks start rolling in, them stops, them tackles for loss, it's over for the other team. Now at this point, the game is starting to get away from them. 2nd and 10, the quarterback trying to scramble, and nah, he ain't going nowhere, getting sacked once again. Man, the way we just flipped that switch in this game, I can't be nothing but proud for me and my guy. As we came out here in this game, showing off who we are, how we play defense every single game with everything we got. And because of that, we won our 2nd national championship in a row. And though I wasn't able to pick up a sack in this national championship game, I definitely made my presence felt every single play. And my stats to top off my sophomore season are crazy. Not as crazy as my first season, but hey man, nonetheless, still crazy. But now we gotta lock in for this third season. Because as I said, one of my main goals coming into college was to win a national championship all 3 years that I'm here. And I'm going to make sure I do everything I could possibly do to make sure that happens. Now, after winning back-to-back national championships, we're in my possibly last college football season. And I'm going to have to make sure that this one is something to remember. Especially because it's not even really going to matter what I did in my first or second year. As long as in my third season I go crazy, that's going to really depend on where I get drafted at. If I fall off in this season, that could really kill my draft stock. But I mean, right now, coming out of my second season, I'm projected to be a top 3 pick in the NFL draft. It's just a matter on how well I play here in my third season. If you don't know what my goals was coming into college football playing for Georgia, I'm gonna remind you, my first goal is to win the national championship every single season I'm on this team. I've been here 2 seasons and I won the national championship 2 times. Gotta make sure we finish the job this year. My second goal was to become the greatest pass rusher college football has ever seen. And honestly, through my first 2 years, it's looking like I may end up doing that. Like I've already set multiple records and won multiple awards. So I'm definitely well on my way to becoming the greatest pass rusher of college football history. And with this being my last season, I got another thing to prove. Why I deserve to be the #1 draft pick in this up and coming draft. But I'm not gonna lie, while I'm here talking about me, my teammates this game have been going crazy. The DBs have caught multiple picks in this game due to our pass rush, especially hitting that quarterback, forcing him to throw bad passes. That quarterback just sitting back there terrified. I mean, all game, it's just been hard for Kentucky to try to move up the field because every single time they try to move, try to run the ball, this pass rush is right there. South Carolina, they done started off their season pretty good. They got a win in, but now we finna go ahead and start the losing streak. After taking that sack, they tried to run a little complicated play on 2nd and 17, but we weren't going for it. They did gain 8 yards, but that's not enough for the first down. I don't think y'all understand how trash I feel about this play. On 3rd and 9, got past the O-lineman easily. Had a sack, but I just missed the tackle. He broke my tackle and threw a dot to the sideline to pick up the first down. Their drive should have been over there. After messing up like that, I got to make up for it somehow. On 1st and 10, they trying to run the ball, and as soon as he handed off to the running back, got him for a tackle for loss. Then on 3rd and 14, I put this O-lineman on his back, and they had the running back sitting there waiting for me. I almost got to the quarterback too, but he had to throw that ball, and it wasn't enough for the first. Well, after we got that stop, offense gave them the ball right back. So, guess we gotta do it again. And we did just that. But really, it wasn't even because of us. It was because the quarterback decided to take a shorter pass that was 1 yard short of the first down. And then again, South Carolina, I guess their defense then got a lot better because they out here just stopping our offense over and over again. And now they're making their way into scoring territory. 2nd and 10, I'm attacking the inside O-line, got past him and almost got to the quarterback, but he threw the ball and it was a dot for 25 yards. On 1st and 10, they ran a pretty good play. They had the receiver coming around to distract me so that they could hand the ball out to the running back and easily be able to pick up the first down. We've been playing amazing goal line defense. Got them to 3rd and goal. The quarterback dropped back in the pocket. Instead of handing the ball off, he decided to just throw the ball out of bounds. And I guess it's settling for 3. Now in the 3rd quarter, it's 7-3, a very low scoring game right now. 3rd and 17 after taking a sack, and I hit him while he was throwing that ball. He was only able to pick up 13 yards, 4th down. Another failed offensive drive, and South Carolina is back on outside of the field. I'm playing the flats, and I ended up baiting it up, but I dropped a pick. That probably would have been 6 too. After dropping an easy pick like that, I gotta make up for it. Here on 3rd and 5, ended up getting right past his old lineman, hitting the quarterback, and he fumbled, but they picked the ball up, unfortunately. Now luckily, when I hit the quarterback and the ball rolled backwards, it pushed them out of field goal range, so they wasn't able to make the field goal. So we're up 14-3 now with about 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and the quarterback just took off for 21 yards. They're about on the 5-yard line on 3rd and 4. Quarterback tried to throw the ball to the flats to his running back, but that linebacker made an amazing play on the ball, forcing the 4th down. Getting the stop here on 4th down will end the game. It's only a minute and a half left, but this quarterback threw a dot, picking up the touchdown, and now they're still in it. And now they're going for 2 points. And I came off that edge, chasing the quarterback and hitting them to prevent the 2-point conversion. But somehow, offense still gave them a chance with 30 seconds left with no timeouts. They got a chance to get down the field and score a touchdown to win the game. Right now, I don't know what's going on with our defense, but this quarterback is just dotting us up. Threw it to his tight end, who broke multiple tackles, got up the field for 30 yards. About 10 seconds left in the game now on 3rd and 11. The quarterback had the wide open receiver, but he just dropped the ball. Lucky for us. And now, on 4th and 11, the last play of the game. If they score a touchdown here, they win. He threw that ball up, and luckily, we only had one red jersey over there. He still played amazing defense, preventing the touchdown. I don't know how a game against South Carolina went down to the wire like that, but we need to lock in if we want to win another championship, because this ain't how we're going to have to play. Offense going to have to do something. Offense is definitely got to figure something out, because imagine there's a game where our defense is somehow, you know what I'm saying, not playing how we normally do. But then again, you really don't got to worry about that, because most of the time, we on point. Like in this drive right here, Houston had a pretty decent drive, but as soon as they got to our side of the field, they really couldn't get too much further. Offense finally got 3 points, and now on 3rd and 5, they decided to take an out route. For some reason, he didn't take the first down. He ran out of bounds. We ended up scoring before the second half, and then scoring when we got the ball at the second half, and now we're 20-7 getting tackled for loss. My favorite thing to do to OTs is literally run outside and run back inside, juking him. But here, I almost had that sack, and he just barely dodged me, but didn't get anything off the play anyway. Now look, I'm gonna be honest, we dominated in this game, and I didn't even really worry about my stats during the game, but seeing after the game, they only had 1 tackle, threw me off. I guess that just goes to show you how dominant our defense is. And now going into this game against Arkansas, who's 1-1, I gotta make sure I put in a good game, because coming off a game where I only had 1 tackle does not sit right with me. Some great defense on this first drive on 3rd and 10. I'm bull rushing this OT, putting him on his back, and right when I thought I had the sack, wide open tight end picking up the first down. They're trying to get the run game going a little bit, running this ball to the outside on 2nd and 10, but to my side, that is the big mistake that you made. I'm getting back there getting the tackle for loss. And then to try to throw us off a little bit on 3rd and 13, they tried to run a running back screen, which didn't work at all because our DT was right on that, getting that tackle. Now you're probably wondering how they got it all the way to the red zone, and well, offense threw a pick and was almost a pick 6. But we trying to make up for the offense mistakes, got them the 3rd down, trying to force the quarterback to run outside the pocket. He threw that ball throwing at 360, and it's incomplete. They got the field goal and then stopped our offense before the first quarter could end. And almost immediately when the quarterback hiked the ball, we was back there for the sack. Then trying to run a counter run on the next play, another tackle for loss. Great defense by that DB. And again, it just seems like on 3rd downs, they go to is the running back screen, which didn't work, obviously. Finally, offense put some points on the board, and now this is when we have to take off. They're running the inside zone to the opposite side, but I'm still getting there, getting that tackle. Now, normally in the first quarter, they ran running back screens on 3rd downs. This time, they run a receiver screen, which still ended in the same way. And there goes offense scoring again, and the quarterback threw this ball right to our linebacker, giving us a pick, putting us in the position to go ahead and get some more points before half. Offense did just that. They scored before half, and they scored when they got the ball back at half. And now with the way the offense is moving and the way that we moving on defense, it's looking like, you know what I'm saying, Arkansas is out of it. And this time I had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and a sack. But I ain't gonna lie, I still don't feel satisfied. Now, I'm gonna be honest, through these first 4 games of this season, I do not feel like I'm playing up to my status. Like, yeah, I'm getting to the quarterback, I'm getting pressures, might be getting a couple QB hits in every once in a while, but I feel like I'm not putting up the stats that I was in my first 2 seasons. And though my teammates tell me not to really worry about it that much, as long as I play good when I need to, I feel like the lack of stats that I'm producing in this season could definitely mess up where I'm at in the draft board. And yeah, I know that having this mentality might mess me up mentally, but when you want to become the greatest at what you do, no matter what, you know what I'm saying, you might just have to have this mentality. But at the same time, it could definitely take a toll on me eventually. And so, after talking to my cousin, Michael Strahan, he gave me some advice. Now, we were on the phone for a good hour and a half, just, you know, talking about football, mentality-wise, and everything, the mindset I should have. But to make a long story short, he told me don't worry about the draft, just worry about what's in front of you. And especially as a pass rusher, don't worry about the stats. Because there are definitely going to be games where you just don't get any sacks. And that's just a part of the game, especially as a pass rusher. And he let me know that every single thing I do on the field, they're watching it. Like, even if I didn't get a sack on that play, they're still looking at the pressure. How fast I got off the O-line. Did I hit the quarterback? Did I force him to throw an incomplete pass? Did I force him to throw a pick? They're looking at all that stuff. And after getting that advice from my cousin, it made me feel a lot better about the season I'm having right now. Because I'm not going to lie, statistically, I'm not having a season like I did my first 2 years. But other than that, I'm still dominating. And right now in this game against Missouri, I've been having a pretty good pass rushing game. I even have it to where the running back had to come in and save the quarterback before I'm able to get to him. But that game plan is definitely helping them get down the field. They're running the ball every single play, and now on 3rd and goal, they're running a read option. And we end up biting on the running back heavy, which led to an easy touchdown for the quarterback. We're up 17-7, and it's now the 4th quarter. And one thing I was not expecting was seeing their quarterback getting gone like this. I got past the O-line, thought I had a sack, but he was gone. And again on 3rd and 6, he shows off his amazing escapability. I get past his O-lineman easily. I almost had the sack, but he just jukes me just to throw the ball, and it almost got picked off. They're going for it on 4th and 6, and they actually end up getting it. Their tight end ended up getting wide open on the slant for the first. And this quarterback is locked in, dropping back, delivering another dot to pick up the first down again. On 3rd and 3, this quarterback turned into Mahomes. While on the run, he had to flip his hips to deliver another dot for the first down. But now it's 2nd and goal, and they're too close. We got to get some sacks or some stops in, and I'm getting past this O-lineman, picking up a sack finally. And then after me getting that sack, the rest of this D-line felt that same energy. Put some crazy pressure on that quarterback, getting there for another sack, which that quarterback fumbled, but they picked the ball back up. And then on 4th and goal, I feel like that quarterback made a terrible decision. He should have been shooting for the end zone, but instead threw it to the sideline. It was almost picked off. That's game over. And here I get 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, and another sack. Now we're just about the half point of the season, playing against 3-2 Vanderbilt, and we got to try our hardest to make sure to not let this team beat us. As in this first drive, this quarterback has been throwing a couple of dots, running a play action and wide open tight end on the right side of the field for the first. And then in an obvious run situation on 2nd and 10, I'm getting back there getting the tackle for loss. Coach got me out here playing in coverage on 3rd and 12, and it was actually good enough because there was a blitz sent and forced the quarterback to throw the quick pass to the running back, and he was tackled. 4th and 4. And not even a whole minute later, Vanderbilt got the ball right back. Trying to run a speed option, I'm getting there before he can get gone. On 3rd and 10, the quarterback tried to play it safe, throwing it to his running back in hopes he could pick up the first down, but a great tackle by a linebacker to prevent the first. It's the 2nd quarter now, it's not looking too good for us. We still haven't scored any points. 3rd and 4, getting past the O-line just for the quarterback to juke me out and throw a dot. How did he do that? Now what's crazy to me is how many times we got them to a 3rd down situation and they still convert over and over again. And with our offense not playing well right now, ain't looking too good. They running back, ran that ball right up the middle and picked up a touchdown, the first points of the game. And again, offense fails to score. 1st and 10, running a play action to the right side, another dot, picking up another first down. We got them to 3rd and 4, and this time we cannot allow them to pick up the first again. And so luckily, with great defense from the secondary, the quarterback was eventually sacked, forcing the 4th down. But then of course, offense did nothing with it, and Vanderbilt is already in the red zone with a minute left to score. Now 2nd and goal, running the ball right up the middle for another touchdown, making it a 2-score lead. And now we're down 2 touchdowns to Vanderbilt. But me, I'm not gonna let us go out like this. Getting to the quarterback, making him fumble, and we picking the ball up in scoring position. We need some points. We scored, didn't get a field goal, but that's cool though, because on 1st and 10, that quarterback threw a dot right to the defense, and we get this pick, putting us in scoring position once again. We can almost tie the game up before halftime. Kind of crazy how the tides changed right before halftime. Now we're losing 12-14, and the momentum is all on our side. Trying to run the read option, getting tackled for a loss of 3 yards. Then backed up all the way to 3rd and 15, trying to get a little quick pass in, and even though that wasn't even gonna get them the first, it was still knocked out, punting that ball. Well, we thought we had momentum. We thought offense would get the ball, score again, but they didn't, and Vanderbilt was driving down the field once again. Well, up until this play on 1st and 10, where the quarterback tried to throw the ball to the right side, and it was picked off. Great defense by that DB, and now offense, y'all have to do something this time, please. And they did. They scored a touchdown, tried to go for 2, didn't get it, but it's cool though, because we up in this game, and we know we can get a stop as a defense. I'm out here in coverage on 2nd down, trying to bait up this route. I feel like he was finna throw it to me, but he ended up getting hit, and while he got hit, he fumbled when the ball came out, but they picked the ball up. On 3rd and 8, as soon as I was finna get near him after getting off this O-line, he threw the ball to a slant, and that's deflected. Great defense. Offense did not score, but the punter put them in a terrible position. They're all the way backed up. I ran right past his O-lineman and got that sack for the safety. And in winning this game, I won player of the game. 7 tackles, 5 for loss, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. And after 7 games of football, 32 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and 6 sacks. And yeah, I'm not having a season like I was in my first 2 years, but still, I feel like I'm still impacting the game a good amount. But now we really need to lock in. We just had a pretty bad game, I'd say, against a pretty bad team. And now we got number 8 Florida, and we're definitely gonna have to be on our A game. On 3rd and 11, I'm out here guarding the flats, and this quarterback finds a wide open pocket in the middle of our zones to pick up the first down. They tried to run the ball up the middle on 2nd and 4, but I got right through that O-line to pick up that tackle. And then on 3rd and 4, putting this OT on his back pockets. Quarterback tried to run for me, but I'm chasing him down, getting the sack. They got 3, and just as you expect, offense didn't get any points, and now we got to try to not allow them to score again. But as you can see, this drive right here not going too well for us. They ran the ball up the middle with an easy hole to pick up 16 yards. We started to hold our own though, and now it's 3rd and 7. They came out here, ran a running back screen, which almost worked, but I got out there to secure the tackle before he was able to get that first down. They got 3 offense scored, getting us the lead. On 2nd and 13, getting right past that old line, hitting him before he's able to throw the ball, incomplete. Now, I don't know what they was thinking on this play, 3rd and 13, and they decided to run the ball. For what reason, I don't know, but I guess they wanted us to score before half, which we did not do. And actually, Florida has a chance to go ahead and get some points now with about 50 seconds left, throwing this dot while taking a hit to the sideline, picking up 25 yards. I ain't gonna lie, on this 2nd and 10, I was getting locked up by this offensive tackle, which gave their quarterback enough time to throw this dot, and the receiver fought for that first down. Got them 3rd down, no, and right before the quarterback tried to throw the ball, he ended up getting speared. Great sack. They took 3, offense had the ball first and second half. They did nothing with it, and now we got to try to get another stop. 3rd and 9, the quarterback throws a dot to an in route and almost gets the first down, but amazing tackling from them boys to prevent the first, 4th and inches. And there we go, we finally scored a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion, making it 15-9. After I blew up their run last play, they tried to run it again and I'm blowing it up one more time. And well, I'm guessing they haven't learned from the first 2 mistakes. I'm getting back there, getting a tackle for loss once again. And at this point, offense finally started putting points on the board. The defense been locking up all game and we keep on doing that. I'm getting another tackle for loss. I just been dominating this run game. But we did all that, had all that momentum just for on 3rd and 16, him to do a screenplay. And finally, for probably the first time in my career, a screenplay has worked against us. And it's clear, these boys do not want this game to be over with. With about 3 minutes left on 1st and 10, throwing a dot to the end zone for the touchdown. And after they scored, offense gave them another chance to go ahead and try to tie up this game. But we wasn't going for that. Pressured the quarterback, throw up a terrible pass, which was picked off, ending the game. Just a dominant game for me on the run game and the pass game. Now this one felt good. And now this week, playing against Stanford, who is 4-4 and not even ranked, we're looking forward to continuing our dominance. And with us being at home and it's raining, it's finna make it a lot harder for their quarterback to stay in focus and stay accurate. Cause the thing is though, after stopping them, offense still wasn't able to get some points on the board against Stanford. But on 3rd and 7, after I missed that tackle, my teammates cleaned up for me, forced the fumble, and we picked that up. And so we finally scored a touchdown. 3rd and 3, about halfway through the field, and he's throwing a dot, picking up the first down. The Stanford quarterback looked like he locked in on 2nd and 4, throwing another dot to a slant, picking up even more yards. Got them boys to 3rd and 7. He finds his tight end open from the slot, running the in route. And when he almost had that first down, an amazing play by that DB to force the 4th down, 4th and 1. They kicked the field goal, but offense went down the field, scored before half, and then scored again after half. And now, coming into the second half, starting off this half with a pick. And to be honest, we was up by so much after that pick that I ended up staying out the game for a little bit, but one tackle still, that's crazy. We are now at the 10th game of the season. Playing against Auburn, they don't pass their way up the field, but now they're trying to run the ball and they're getting tackled for a loss. And on 3rd and 8, I beat the offensive tackle to the inside, hitting the quarterback, but he still got the ball to the receiver. He just dropped it. Offense scored a touchdown to second half now, and on this outside run, I dived a little bit way too early, which allowed their running back to pick up 22 yards because of me. And so they went back to the run on 2nd and 4, and with some pretty good blocking, they was able to pick up another first down, fighting even more for more yards, picking up 16 yards. They decided to pass out of this run formation, running the play action to catch us off guard, and they did just that, getting the tight end open on a drag route, picking up a big gain. And then to end off their drive, they ran a beautiful option play, faking the handoff and then tossing it back to the running back, who scored the touchdown. Offense did score, but they did leave Auburn with about a minute left. This quarterback threw the ball down the field, a beautiful pass for a beautiful catch, dive and grab for 42 yards. Now, if they'd have made it all the way over here, the least we can do is force them to kick a field goal, getting back there, getting his sack. But then the quarterback picked them yards right back up on 2nd and 17. He saw me coming off the edge, so he decided to use his legs to gain 6 yards. We ended up playing some pretty good defense here in the red zone. On 3rd and 11, he was forced to take an underneath pass, which will set it in for the field goal. It's the 3rd quarter now. They got that field goal, and we weren't able to get any points when we got the ball. 2nd and 9, he threw the ball, got almost to the first down, inches short. And now on 3rd and inches, when you would think they'll probably run the ball up the middle, they did not do that at all. Ran a play action, and the quarterback threw a dot straight to us. And with the help of me, that became a pick 6. And at this point, it's looking bad for Auburn. The momentum is all the way on our side, especially after that pick 6. They trying to run the ball, not getting no yards. And then on 3rd and 10, the way that pass rushers came in with that blitz was crazy. Immediate pressure. The quarterback tried to scramble, but he cannot do that. Sacked. And after the offense was able to get down the field to score another touchdown, Auburn's offense wasn't able to move the ball at all. It was like all the momentum that they had lost sucked all the energy out of them. And I don't know what's going on with me in these one tackle games, but these need to stop. Playing against UL Monroe this week, and somehow every time we play against a mediocre team, they usually start the game off dotting our defense up, getting down the field, and probably settling for a field goal. And that's exactly what we finna make sure they do here on 3rd and 3, trying to run the ball up the middle. Not a good decision at all. I'm making that tackle. Y'all better kick that field goal. We know that this is a game that we should easily be able to dominate. So every play, we gotta show them that they do not have a single chance at winning this game. But to be honest, I don't know how we're supposed to do that when on 2nd and 15, they almost picking up the first down, just 1 yard short, inches short actually. And then on 3rd and inches, just because we've been so aggressive at trying to get to the running back, they ran a read option this time and the quarterback was easily able to pick up the first down and more. Like, we got them to 3rd and 9, but that didn't mean anything to this quarterback because he just stayed poised in the pocket and threw a dot, picking up another first down. But when you get to the red zone, all that stuff, that scoring hope dies out because on 3rd and goal, he gets hit, fumbles, they pick the ball up, but they're only getting the field goal here. They got the field goal, we scored a touchdown. With about 40 seconds left in the first half, this quarterback threw a pick, a terrible pass, and we get a pick 6, another score. They're down 21-6 with 19 seconds left in this first half, and on 3rd and 12, this quarterback threw the ball down the field to the middle of the zones, and that's a dot. And on 2nd and 9, I'm sitting here thinking they probably finna go for it, try to get a touchdown or something, but with a timeout left, they just let the time go out. That's crazy. And now we up 28-6 in the 4th quarter, the game going just like how we expected it, just straight dominance. But I mean, we are Georgia. This is how we're supposed to play every single week, and really, we should have did these boys worse than the way we just did them. Just being honest. And now it's the last game of the season. We got Georgia Tech, and we got to make our mark on this season before going into the conference championship. Here in the 2nd quarter, Georgia Tech made their way down the field. 2nd and 10, trying to run the ball to the outside, and I'm getting there making the tackle. On 3rd and 5, this tackle knocked me from off of my feet, and the quarterback had a wide open receiver, but that boy just dropped the ball. I guess the moment was too big for him to get that tug. They got 3, and we responded with 3. Under 2 seconds left in the first half, on 3rd and 7, they're trying to run the ball up the middle. I'm getting there, meeting that running back, hitting him. And after we got that stop, offense went down the field, scored a touchdown. About 30 seconds left in the first half, and Georgia Tech is trying to get some points. On 1st and 10, I ended up putting this offensive tackle on his back, but as soon as I was finna get to the quarterback, he found a receiver open, picked up the first down. Then on the next play, juked out this offensive tackle to hit that quarterback for the sack. And then on 3rd and 17, I almost ended up getting another sack, but the quarterback got the ball out of his hands fast, just threw it out of bounds so that they can go for the field goal, in which they made. Now coming into the second half, they're trying to start the run game a little bit, but I'm getting there tackling before he can get gone. Something I realized in this game, this offensive tackle cannot stop my bull rushes. Putting that OT on his back once again, getting to the quarterback, but not in time for him to throw the ball to the receiver for him to drop the ball. It's the 4th quarter, we up 24-6, and I'm starting off getting a sack. Then on 3rd and 15, coach put me out here in the coverage, and the quarterback had enough time to throw this dot, picking up the first down. Now running the ball against us is a big mistake, but running it to my side is even a bigger mistake. Here we go again with these 3rd down conversions that we keep on allowing. I don't know what it is, but we're going to have to figure it out before the conference championship. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling it in this game. The next play on 1st and 10, getting back there for another sack. But then on 2nd and 18, they almost pick up every single one of the 18 yards, just falling 2 yards short of the first down. And then on 3rd and 2, they pick up the first down, throwing the ball to the running back right before I was able to get to the quarterback, getting the first down. And then on 1st and goal, they finally scored their first touchdown of the game. But to be honest, it didn't even matter. In this dominant performance, I had 8 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. A perfect game to bring that momentum into the conference championship. And in the conference championship, we got ranked number 9, Texas A&M, who is 10-2. And this game is going to be about who wants it more. And with me knowing this is my last year in college football, my last conference championship, I definitely want this the most out of every person on this field. And whether it shows off on the stat sheet or not, everything I do is going to show why I'm the best pass rusher college football has ever seen. We're going to need the offense to be on point, and especially us as a defense, we got to play better than we have all season. Because yeah, we played pretty good, but we got to play amazing if we want to win the conference and then go back to the natty and win again. And if we want to win, we definitely cannot allow things like this. 3rd down conversions, which we've been letting up all season. 3rd and 13, an amazing pass for 29 yards to pick up the first down. They ran the read option on 1st and 10, and the quarterback was not able to pick up the first down. Luckily, we made that tackle, preventing the first, 2nd and inches. After trying to force it in on 2nd and inches, they're trying to do it again on 3rd, and we're getting back there again, making the tackle, 4th and 1. Punt that ball. Like I said, it's going to be about who wants it more, because their defense is pretty good too. They've been stopping our offense just as much as we've been stopping theirs. We get them to 3rd and 11, and this time, we're not allowing that 3rd down conversion. good defense. Offense scored, but we allowed them to get into our territory, and now we got to prevent the touchdown. And we did just that. On 3rd and 4, we put that pressure on the quarterback. Pressured him to throw up a terrible pass to the end zone, which got picked off. Great defense. 14-0 now with about a minute left in the first half. On 2nd and 1, the quarterback decides to throw us the ball once again. That boy baited up that quarterback and was well on his way for the pick 6, but he was way too slow. The quarterback caught him. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, this game right here got out of hand real quick. The quarterback just kept on giving us the ball over and over again. And so, for my 3rd time in my college football career, we win the SEC Conference Championship. And now that I went 100% in conference championships in my college career, it's time to go 100% in national championships. And yeah, if you're wondering, I won a couple awards as well. But it's time for the natty. It is now national championship time, my last game in my college career. And we got number 2 Penn State, who are also undefeated, just like us. And after stopping our offense from scoring, they're starting the game off with a pretty nice drive. After getting in 3rd and 4, we decided to send a blitz at him. The blitz almost got to the quarterback, but he just barely found a receiver open, picking up the 1st down. Then on 2nd and 10, they handed the ball out to the receiver. And to be honest, I don't know how neither me or Ford got that tackle. It's crazy. But here we go again, allowing 3rd down conversions. He finds a wide open corner route, picking up the 1st down. And then on 1st and goal, that boy Drew got that ball on the speed option and just took it all the way for the touchdown. Offense scored, and this is definitely a game where offense is going to need to score. 1st and 10, and they're getting a wide open receiver, picking up a big game. They're finding holes in our defense right now, and on 2nd and 8, I thought I had the running back in the backfield, but I guess I just missed it. He broke a tackle, picked up 4 yards. On 3rd and 3, the quarterback tried to take a deep shot, tried to go ahead and score a touchdown, and it was a one-on-one. To be honest, it should have been picked off, but he just had to drop the pick. On 2nd and 3, Drew dropped back, tried to go ahead and escape the pocket, pick up the 1st down, but I got there to slow him down, and we made the tackle. Clearly, in this game, we haven't been that good at stopping the speed option, so on 3rd and 1, they decided to go for another speed option. The QB kept the ball and picked up the 1st down and more. At this point, it just felt like the quarterback is just scrambling every single play. On 2nd and 10, he dropped back and then tucked and ran and ended up getting tackled right before he was able to get gone. Then on 3rd and 12, the quarterback finds a short route receiver, getting a couple yards. I guess he wants to get closer for the field goal they finna kick. And they was able to stop our offense after kicking that field goal. Coming into the 2nd half, we're down 10-7. I'm getting this tackle for loss, making it 3rd and 15. And here we go again. Our biggest problem of the season, allowing 3rd and long situations to be converted. These are things we should have had figured out. On 2nd and 11, they decided to run the ball. They ended up picking up 6 yards. And then on 3rd and 5, they had a terrible play call. It was a receiver screen that didn't work at all. They actually ended up losing a yard. And they end up missing the field goal, but our offense ain't doing no better. They're not even getting down the field so that we can kick a field goal. But us as a defense, we still coming out here performing like we need to, because our offense is eventually going to start scoring. On 3rd and 10, we end up allowing another conversion on 3rd down. I'm out here in the zone, trying to get out there to the running back before he gave it to him to pick up the 1st down. We got him to 3rd and 10 once again, and this time they ran a running back screen, and we are not allowing another conversion. I'm getting back there, getting a big hit on that running back. And this time, finally, offense scored. We have taken the lead. We're up 1 point with a minute and 40 seconds left in this game. On 2nd and 11, throwing the ball up the field. Should have been picked off. An incomplete pass though. And now on 3rd and 11, I'm getting right past this offensive tackle, hitting the quarterback, forcing him to throw a terrible pass, which was picked off. And with a minute and 30 seconds left in this game is probably over with. We could score a touchdown or just, run the clock out. But we got the touchdown. They got no timeouts, down 8 points. We got to make sure that they do not get down the field. And after getting that sack on 3rd and 13, now I'm hitting him once again. That ball flew out of his hands and almost into one of our hands, but it was dropped. And then on 4th and 13, the game on the line basically, 30 seconds left. That pressure starting to get to that boy Drew. He ran away, threw the ball, incomplete. Really should have been picked off, but it's over. Because we, for the 3rd year in a row, win the national championship. And man, just knowing that this was my last game in my college football career, getting to hold up this trophy one last time for the 3rd time in a row feels amazing. Especially when I'm pretty sure the last team to go 3 years in a row was Minnesota in like the 30s. Like, that's crazy. And I had a pretty good game. 5 tackles, 4 for loss, and a sack. And now, just looking at my stats that I had in my 3 years here, they just look crazy. I mean, my stat totals did start going down a little bit, 28 to 20 to 16, but overall, I went crazy. And just by the fact that I have the record for the most sacks in a season and the most sacks in a college football career, you add all my accolades up, on my awards, I am most definitely, with no doubt in my mind, the greatest pass rusher college football has ever seen.